law passed in 1874 prohibiting segregation, it is nevertheless largely subscribed that the Deep South repugnant viewed the blacks, which near the Oklahoma border was exceptionally segregated community. Although the city's establishment adhered the law and did not display signs proclaiming their policies, blacks were politely told that their business was not welcome. This was also true for Wichita's most popular daytime eatery, the lunch counter of the downtown branch of Gotham Drug Store. Under the drugstore's unofficial policy, blacks were not allowed to sit at the counter to be served. Instead, they ordered from the special window and then took their feet outside. Students began organizing sit-ins in Wichita in 1956, which the attempt to desegregate movie theaters and lunch counters that had previously been whites only. Although these early sit-ins failed, they laid the groundwork for the Dawkins Drug Store sit-in in 1958. Ron Walters, the organizing student and the president of the NAACP's Youth Council, believed that they could prevent Dawkins from making money by filling all the seats at the lunch counter and consequently forcing them to begin serving African Americans too. The students presented their plan to Chester Lewis, the president of the local branch of the NAACP and prominent civil rights lawyer in Wichita. Lewis became their primary mentor in the endeavor and proceeded to present the students' plans to the executive committee of the local branch of the NAACP. Although the Youth Council did not receive immediate support from the Wichita chapter, they would rally behind the students later as the effectiveness of the sit-in became more apparent. Before the sit-in began, the students recruited others from the local high school and university to ensure they could fill all of the seats at the counter on a rotating basis. In addition, they held training sessions in the basement of a local church during which they role-played to anticipate possible harassment or other potential dangerous situations. Despite their planning, a couple of days before they planned the start of the sit-ins, the students received a telegram from the NAACP national headquarters informing them that the NAACP did not support the tactic of the sit-in and consequently could not support them legally or otherwise. However, Chester Lewis offered his own legal support should anything happen to the students. The students decided to proceed. On the morning of July 19, 1958, 10 students entered Dawkins Drug Store one by one and began filling the seats gradually. They remained there without being served from lunch until after the dinner hour. This pattern would continue on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for the next 3 weeks, but the students were never served. An integral part of the sit-in was the manner in which the students conducted themselves. They wore clothing typically reserved for church, sat facing forward the entire time without leaning on the table, did not read or otherwise preoccupy themselves, and only spoke in response to Dawkins employees. This was done to make their sit-in appear professional, to prevent the students from being labeled as loiterers, and to ensure the police had no reason to kick the students out or arrest them. By taking short shifts and constantly rotating in new people, the students were essentially able to shut down Dawkins to business. A concurrent boycott of all 9 of the Wichita's Dawkins drugstores by the African American community resulted in a substantial decrease in business for the drugstore. During the first couple of weeks, the students received some coverage by local radio stations, TV channels, and black-owned newspapers, but only received a small article in the Wichita Beacon and nothing in the Wichita Record.
Despite the students' well-mannered approach, there are several instances of intimidation by white patrons. Wait, staff, and managers, police officers, and like you there, and during constantly use gangs of white victims threatened by armed documents with the parent intend to escalate the situation to violence, even though the police arrived, one of the officers told the manager of the documents, I ordered to keep our hands off of this, and we left. This demonstrated the refusal of enforcement to protect the African American students. Should violence occur shortly after a group of Black youths arrived at documents in response to a request for assistance for the students. As a result, the white gang quickly left to avoid conflicts. The students peacefully and professionally composed themselves, allowed to in a while to continue to sit despite incidents from documents employees that they on August 11, 23 days before or after their first day of the sit-in, the store owner acquiesced to the students demanding and ordering the manager to serve them. Cities and financial burden, the sit-in caused as a result, the students celebrated by ordering and being served with a employee the same day. All the stores of the drug chain and had discriminated. It had been a statewide victory. The students had pictured what would become a soon powerful tactic in the battle of the civil rights, a public display of determination, diligence, and testing.
The audio for television. I'm really sorry. That's the only way we can get the audio. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Stella and Parker, and not Parker, Stella and Robert. So, our next speaker will be Reverend Delmar White, and he will give us Dr. King's message.
Good morning. Given clear instructions, and it's difficult for a Baptist preacher there. I've got 15 minutes. So we give honor to Chief Ecom and to the staff here, to also you who are present today. We're mindful as we celebrate life, legacy, and the memory of Dr. King. We also recognize those administrators, staff, teachers, and you parents who are here, and students as well. In the climate in which we find ourselves currently living,